This is a homebrew podcast.
Welcome back to Mythcraft the podcast, the ties that bind. Let's meet our murderous mobsters, Roger.
Valor, I will bring a reckoning upon this place.
Mal.
Rundo, I will find fidelity.
Maggie.
Nia Corheen, you've caught me at a terrible time.
Alex.
Craigory. Did anyone else see that?
And Andy.
Nix, this is not going well.
And I'm your MC, Nathan. Let's jump in. You are all in the middle of a massive battle. I'm not going to do a whole recap. We're just going to jump back in at the top of the initiative order with Maggie.
Oh, goodness. These two little imps are in the friggin' way. I hate them. I hate them.
I still think we should adopt one.
You have at it. You can have a little imp. What happens if she just starts running away from them? Because they're so small. Surely they couldn't do much, right? Right?
Try and find out.
Try and find out.
Famous last words.
Once you know, you'll know.
Because, like, I've only got so much I can work with here, people, so let's do it. She's gonna run. She's gonna go so fast. She's so fast she even surprised you, Nathan, with how fast she's running.
So as you do, both of the imps don't do anything.
Oh, cool. Thank God. They're so dumb. They're so dumb and little. Stupid imps. Okay. She wants to run through this window, which I think is, like, no longer really a window, right? She can get through that.
It has been shot and blasted through. Yeah, it's just a window frame.
Sweet. Okay, she's going to run through said window, and she'd like to jump up on that table over there. I think that's, like, basically what she's got to work with. And
Perfect.
Then with her last little bit of AP, she's gonna carry over that minor augmentation for everybody who had one, so that they still get their, I think it's +2 to their D20 rolls of any type.
Beautiful. And remind me, I believe was yourself, Pete, Nix?
Mm-hmm.
I
think that
as
was
well.
it.
Yes.
Rendo, that's right. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. And as you climb up onto that table, Pete is a little bit ahead of you in the tavern. It's not a visible aura, but it's an inspirational effect. Mechanically, he has some features from the Troubadour class. While you're within that aura, you have +1 TA on the first attack you make each turn, and you have +2 to your mental defenses.
Cool. Okay. And that will be Nia's.
Perfect. After Nia, we've got the Molitor Psy Gunner, who is looking through the window in the south of the tavern, back in the storage area. He saw Geist blink out of existence, and then he went down to the window and saw Shadow Demon Geist in the storage room. And he thought briefly, is that one of ours? And then he saw what Geist did to Arya. And now he says, nope, that's not one of ours. And he is going to
Could have been anybody.
shoot at Valor with his normal gun and his 2 psionic duplicates. The normal bullet is going to have a TD as it shatters the window. The psionic bullets are not going to suffer any penalty.
Cool.
We'll do the normal bullet first, so -1 on this. It's going to be a 16 against armor rating.
That will hit.
All right. And then the psionic bullets, 9 I assume will miss, and then a 17.
17 will hit, 9 will miss.
All right. What's your armor rating currently?
14 right now.
Perfect. All right, so just the damage, no additional riders from the physical bullet. It's going to be 13 total damage to you, Valor.
Got you. Thank you very much.
Oh, happy to. Let's see. Pete is up next. He's going to move up, pick up Rendo's gun. You want this back, mate?
Oh, that was Kennick's gun. But I made him drop and then threw off the table.
Nice. So he's going to pick up Kinnick's gun. Thank you for that. I'd forgotten. And just brace himself and take a shot with it. But he is going to miss. It is a sniper rifle. Pete is more of a heavy pistol person. So he's, bringing it around. The shot goes wild, but he'll crouch down on the far side of the table from Rendo. And through the inner door in the tavern, kind of the far side from where you would first walk in, a Hellspawn striker bursts forth, snarling and clawing at the ground. This is evidently one of the reinforcements that Arya called just before running over toward Valor. and it will get the lay of the land and then charge Rindo. It has to double move to get there, so it doesn't have enough monster actions left to make an attack.
Aw.
Yeah, it's just a little guy. The sniper on the roof up to the north had been focused on Nyx before she retreated, and then he turned his ire to Nia. Now she has retreated. Craigory has shot out the light that he was under, and a car is passing Craigory. So he is going to have to turn his attention back to Nyx, but I'm going to give you cover from the corner of the wall that you're next to. We'll call it +2 to your armor rating. 16 total.
That will hit.
11 damage.
Fuck, alright.
What?
Nyx is looking real bad.
Yeah. Sheldon will continue his mighty duel with the monster level 1 imp on the roof and try to stab it.
Bless him.
He will... I think that misses. That does.
Oh.
A 10 misses. He stabs out with his hunting knife. The imp just flaps its wings and backs up a little bit, and that'll bring us to Nyx.
Nyx, now having been shot, I think 4 times, is bleeding profusely and leaning against the wall. So she spits blood out of her mouth, chugs the potion, because we're currently at 0 HP, for 6 health.
All right.
And then she takes out a shot of morphine and stabs herself with that as well.
Okay.
Fuck. All right. I'm gonna go inside. She's gonna go through the front door like a normal person right now. I guess I should ask first. Has any of this fire died down?
Not really. A car with half a tank of liquid fuel has crashed into the side of the building from Crow.
All right. Then she would
My
not
man.
go through the front door. She would go through.
Yeah.
The new
The
front
handle is
door.
hot to the touch.
Fuck. There's a barrel here.
Yes, there
Could
is.
she fall prone behind that barrel to get potentially
Cover from the sniper.
sniper? Yeah.
Absolutely. She could. As you round the corner, Pete will yell out, "Find safety, Nyx!" And you do have an extra AP. So you can choose if you still want to fall prone or if that would make a difference in your
Okay, that
strategy.
would make a difference because that would let me go
Yep.
inside the actual building.
Yep.
So she would hobble her way after Nia fucking abandoned her and go inside
Such strong words.
Shots fired.
and
Yeah.
Not again.
see absolutely all of the carnage inside and try not to look at all of the blood and dead bodies that are in here.
Mhm.
And she will go and try to probably, I don't fucking know, duck behind.
So the southern or the southwestern quadrant of the inn is a blazing inferno with the fuel spreading along the wood. They're literally carnage, right? There's a giant wrecked car in the middle. There's blood and bodies all across most of the rest of the area. Most of the tables, aside from that bottom southwestern corner, are intact but are turned up on their sides and have like bullet holes in them. People have been using them as cover.
Yeah, so she's gonna go to the southern table, skirting the fire, and just tip that up to use it as some cover.
Perfect.
Do her best to not get shot by another sniper. Yeah, I'm not doing great.
Are any of us?
Yeah, fair. And that will be her turn.
Excellent. I would love 2 endurance checks, first for the healing potion and then for the morphine.
That's a 5
Okay,
and an 18.
cool. You're fine on the morphine count right now, but that healing potion tasted real good.
I mean, yeah, fucking hurts. Even if it wasn't addictive, it would have tasted real good right now.
Yeah. All right, Bill's turn. Bill is bloodied and has some enemies in front of him, so he's going to have fun with that. He moves up to a couple Hellspawn strikers close to the bar, sees Valor for the first time. I'm going to have him make an awareness check real quick. Okay, he peers through the shadows and manages to make out like the form of Geist. He's a little bit far away for that, but he's not going to start shooting at you. He's going to instead go to town on the Hellspawn strikers in front of him.
Yeah, he is.
Okay,
Yeah, he is.
let's see it.
He takes them both out and then moves to the other side of the bar from Valor. So Valor is from behind the bar in the storage room. Bill is on the customer-facing side of the bar. He's going to fall prone. He is just across the bar from a marksman that has a rifle down on the bar itself, using it as a tripod. That's it for Bill, Rindo will be the next PC after some villains. First, a Hellspawn Shrieker that is right next to Rindo is going to claw at you. This is... What was the name of that horrid bird that you showed me a couple weeks ago?
Cassowary?
A cassowary, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so this looks like a humanoid cassowary. It's ugly.
Awesome.
It's got the, like, death stare. It's going to try to rake you with its talons. It will miss with a 5. Valor, you feel something swiping at you as an imp becomes visible behind you.
Oh,
That is a mistake.
bad choice.
That's a brave imp.
I'm gonna get you. It rolls 2 and keeps the higher, so the higher of those 2 is a 12.
That will not strike.
I'm not gonna get you. It does like finger guns and starts to try to back up.
Oh. Why are imps so much fun?
There's something about them.
There's something about your imps. I love them.
Yeah. The marksman in the northeast of the tavern, for the entire fight, he has just been standing behind a chair, using the chair to prop himself up, and he's been taking aim primarily at Pete, changed his ire to Rindo after Rindo crushed Prescience just by pulling his claws in on Prescience's chest. So he is going to shoot at Rindo. And gets a 20.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be 6 damage.
So I was at 0 already.
Yeah. So that's instead going to be 2 death points.
Yay. I felt that.
Yep. What's your armor rating currently?
It is 14.
Okay, I do need you to make an endurance check.
Okay. That has an additional +4 on it, so 23.
Perfect. You could not care less. The bullet slams into you. It hurts. You're dying. But, like, aside from that, you're totally fine.
Did it go all the way through, or is it, like, stuck?
Yeah, no, it's not lodged in you or anything.
Oh, dang. Okay. I was going to dig it out.
You... Okay, if you want it, it's yours.
If you want it, it's yours.
Make a bracelet.
Pick it up, put it back in.
Yeah. Push it in deeper. Smile at the marksman.
Psychological warfare.
Intimidation check.
Right. Oh, yeah, he's demoralized. He's demoralized
Hell
from that. Okay, so the imps that Nia ran away from look around and then start chasing her, crawling over the window and along the ground to reach her. It does take them their entire turns to move up to catch you. That will bring us to Rindo.
Okay. I'm going to take out my healing potion, yank the top part of it off with my teeth, chug it back, shatter it on the ground.
That's right, Rindo. Hang in there. Pete gives you an extra AP.
I'm doing my best, mate. Okay. Got 7. And completely ignore the marksman that just shot at me, and I'm instead focusing my attention on the Hellspawn Striker that attempted to hit me and missed.
Okay.
That was cute. I'm going to strike out at its face. That is a 23
That's a significant hit.
for a 6 damage.
All right. So that one, he's still up.
Oh, you want more then, eh? Gonna swipe at it again. 13?
That's it. Yep.
Okay, good. That's better. That's 9 damage.
You demolish that Hellspawn Streaker.
Cool. I think I'm gonna sit on the rest of my AP for my next turn.
Perfect.
Oh, and then I still have bleeding 1, I think. Remind me what damage I need to take for that.
It would be 1 damage. You are still under the effects of morphine, so you would get shield HP as well. So 1d4 shield HP. After you gain that, just lose 1 hit point.
Cool.
All right. The mighty imp that is sparring with Sheldon will hit the poor fellow with a 17 on the die. Does 2 damage to Sheldon and 2 damage to Nia.
God.
Is he getting up to now?
If only it were something new he was getting up to. It's the same guy. And then another imp. This one is underfoot. Oh yeah, this is the one that crawled out from Prescience and clawed itself across the floor to catch
Alien
Rindo.
style.
Still
Alien
up.
style. It's still up, and it's trying to climb up Rindo now and just like sink its claws in as it does so.
Bloody bugger. Oh my god.
Well,
What
it
is
does so
this?
with a crit. You're wearing it like a hat now, but an involuntary hat.
Voluntary.
It's my new band name, actually.
Bollocks.
Imp hat.
Imp voluntary hat.
It's gonna imp voluntary. Very good, very good. It's 10 damage. That brings you back to 0.
Oh.
God damn it.
And Kinnick, I guess none of you would know his name, but the fiend blood with the yellow skin and the crown of horns around his head sees Pete with his gun. He pulls out a pistol, stands from prone, and begins to try to retreat. So with his pistol in hand, he's actually just going to run away deeper into the tavern, opens a back door, and starts his way through it. And that'll bring us to Craigory.
Great. With the car passing and everything, he shot out the light. He is going to take aim at the marksman to the north side. And under this cover he has, he's going to take a shot for a dirty 20.
Nice. This is the first time Craigory has shot his gun, right?
Yes, and I got max damage 2 for 8.
Nice.
Maximum effort.
Okay.
Yeah, first gunshot, he kind of surprises himself. He goes, all right, let's see. Oh, then he sees it hit. He goes, oh, jeez. He can't believe it himself. He's a little scared, but also like he feels the power of the gun and hitting his target. He was like, whoa. Like something changed a little bit in him when he did that. He's like, oh, it's a
None of us
power
saw
he
it.
never knew he could feel. Yeah, nobody saw it. There was a little flash when the gun went off, and then that was it back to darkness.
You also hit him so well that the sniper is helpless, has bleeding, and auto gains 2 death points, and is staggered.
You're a master marksman, Craigory.
God.
Hidden talent.
Maybe you should have been our sniper.
Right.
Staggered, shaken, and demoralized until the end of its next turn.
And nobody saw it.
And
Nope.
nobody saw it.
Who's gonna believe you?
There's a ghost.
They're never going to believe me.
That'll bring us back to Geist.
There's this little imp that is attempting to fight Valor.
Yes.
Oh, that is a mistake, my little friend. As I don't think that Geist in Valor's body actually had to pivot. I think what was the front of Valor morphs and melds into the shadowy flame form and just appears out the back as Geist rotates within the miasma there, looking down first at the Psy Gunner out the window, then this minute little imp that is there as Valor says,
No, little imp, it is I that will get you.
and I'm going to bring 2 Mind Fist out and I want to smash it like a grape. As
Okay.
First one's going to be a 16 versus AR.
That hits.
And the second one is a dirty, filthy 20 versus AR.
It sure is. And yeah, it hits.
Okay. Hold on a second. That'll be 19 points of psychic damage.
Like a grape, you said?
Yeah, like a grape, you know, but like if the grape that were hovering in front of you and you smash it and clapped and it explodes in your hands.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it is.
Yeah, and with my remaining 3 action points, I want to be looking directly through my hands where the mist of imp blood is as I look to the Psy Gunner out the window and say,
You made a mistake firing upon me.
as my final 3 Mind Fist, I'm going to cock up 1 punch with one of my 4 arms, and as I finally let it go, 3 fists are going to shoot out like it's a Gatling gun to go and Mind Fist this individual, hopefully to death.
Yeah.
This will be versus AR, all of them coming in. I think 21 for the first one,
That hits.
22 for the next one,
Well, that's a crit, so yes.
and another 21 for the third one. Chat, you can't
Hopefully
make
until
this
death.
up.
Baylor being appropriately terrified.
The dice are telling their story.
Oh, God.
That'll be another 19 points of psychic damage to the Psy Gunner.
Yeah, so how do you do it?
Because it was just a single rear back cocked fist and it fires off like a Gatling, they all hit in the same spot. So I'd like there to be an opening in the chest cavity where the psychic mind fist just blasted through.
An imp crawls through it.
Damn it! This place is filthy with imps.
Gotta get pest control in here.
That is a joke. There is no imp for posterity.
And I stay exactly where I am as I meld facing back the direction so I can see back into the toast. And I end my turn.
And as you turn back to the interior of the toast, another Molitor Psy Gunner shoots 3 shots at you, one of which is a real bullet.
When will they learn?
That's going to be a 20.
Yeah, most definitely.
And your armor rating with Shadow Armor is 14?
14, yes.
I will need an endurance check from you.
Gladly. Be a 16.
16. Vulnerable damage 1 until the end of your next turn, and you have bleeding 1.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Shaken and demoralized until the end of your next turn. The following 2 shots, 1 will hit, 10, even with demoralized, is going to miss. So 2 more damage rolls incoming. 19 damage total to Valor.
Oof. That will bring me down to 0.
All right.
Jeez.
And an additional Hellspawn striker will burst through the doorway from formerly upstairs, like coming down from where Arya called for reinforcements. See Bill, mistake Bill's prone position as cowering, and run over to Bill. And then a final reinforcement, a Hellspawn Shrieker, will flutter into the room, look around with its evil ossuary eyes, see Bill, and make the same assumption. So the marksman that is sandwiched between Valor and Bill is looking around. I'm going to have him roll because he's really unsure right now who the battle is breaking for. He's going to see how frightened he is. He's pretty frightened with an 8 on his awareness. So he will actually run closer to Valor, rip up a trapdoor, and drop down a ladder into the basement.
Rude.
He wants no part of this.
I mean, I don't blame him, but rude.
Somewhere else, a shot rings out. Nia, you take 6 damage as Sheldon is hit.
Oh my god.
Every bit of damage I have taken in this fight has been from that damn man. She thinks to herself. She thinks.
And Sheldon's endurance check from that was a 10, so he's not doing too hot. But that will bring us back to Nia, round 5 of combat.
Okay. Bearing that in mind, if I were to consume some sort of healing implement, would it benefit him as well?
It would only benefit you.
Okay. Sucks to be Sheldon right now. So she's going to, first of all, get really, really bothered by these damn imps following her around. Stupid fucking imps. She's going to hop down from her little table. She's going to run over to Nyx. Do you need help? And she's going to crack out 2 little healing potions like they're cold ones and hand one off to Nyx.
Nice.
Thanks. Sure.
Bottoms up. And she's going to drink hers. I suggest you do the same, love.
Thanks. We'll hold on to it.
It's open, but okay.
Oh, yeah, but I have to wait till my turn to take it.
That's fair. That's fair. So that's she gets 7 back. Sweet.
Perfect. Go ahead and make an endurance check.
5. Don't be jealous.
They're delicious, aren't they?
It's like lemonade on a hot, humid summer day. Like ice cold lemonade.
Quite nice. Quite nice.
As the kids are drinking.
Lemonade, yes. Yeah, so she jumped down. She walked a little bit. She still technically has 1 AP, which she will use to keep up that minor augmentation for another round.
All right. Pete will yell out to Rindo, "Steady, mate, steady." And you get 3 shield HP.
Thanks, mate.
He'll use the sniper rifle that he grabbed from the Fiend Blood, take aim at the snipers and marksmen up in the northeast corner of the tavern, and he'll start taking shots at them. Much better. Okay.
You get him, Pete.
It's the goal. Yeah. He blows the head off of the sniper up in the corner.
Oh, wicked shot.
You sure you shouldn't
Thanks,
be the
mate.
sniper instead of your brother? He's just kind of been... never mind, sorry.
Somebody should be the sniper instead of your brother.
All right, the Hellspawn Striker that just burst into the room and ran up to Rindo is going to take a swipe. Yeah.
Son
What?
Wow.
So it would be a lot of damage, but you have that shield HP, so you're just back down to 0, unshielded. Craigory, there's a sniper that you just shot. He is helpless, he has bleeding, he is staggered, shaken, and demoralized. He is going to try to pinpoint you and take a shot at you,
Do I have any cover from this little thing?
as well as being in darkness because you shot out that light. So first he's going to make a perceiving check. A 14 total. Do you have either sneaking or evading? Sneaking would be more applicable, but I'll take either one.
I have evading for an 18.
Yeah, okay, so he doesn't see you. You watch as he retreats a little bit on the rooftop, and then he his bleeding damage and drops dead from being helpless.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see him die though, because he went out of my light.
So here's the thing: his body, he sneaks into the shadows. You lose line of sight on him, and then you hear a thunk, and then you see his body drop down to the street level.
Craigory, having seen that though, feels so powerful.
Sheldon will scamper away from the imp. He's up on a rooftop, so now he's moving to the other side so that he's behind the apex of the rooftop and has some cover. But he's bleeding and helpless, and so he's also going to drop down to 0. I'm not counting that as him taking damage, so Nia, you're okay, but he's going to start gaining death points.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
He did get an effective shot off on the imp, so he's doing something right.
Maybe we didn't
That a
see
guy.
it. Didn't happen.
Yeah. Nyx, you're up.
There's a lot going on in this room. I think we should probably kill the imps. Should we kill the imps? You sure you don't want one?
Light him up.
You sure you don't want one?
Just light him up.
Nyx will pull out her revolver and take a shot point blank at the imp that's like on the chair in front of her.
Okay.
All right, I'm sorry, little imp friend. No, she misses with a 2.
yeah.
Well, this is fun. That's it. She'll roll over her.
Okay. Bill's gonna try to take out a couple more mooks here real quick, because 2 Hellspawn ran up to him. Hits the first one, hits the second one, kills the first one at 9 damage, and it injures but doesn't take out the Shrieker, the ossuary. He's got enough AP for one more attack against it, and a 17 will do the trick.
Nice.
Will stay prone, end his turn, and got 1 imp and then Rindo. A lot of the villains there have died, so initiative is starting to move. Things are starting to blow. The first imp is going to launch itself off of the table and do a fluttering dive bomb attack onto Nia.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe you should try love.
I hate it.
Won't you-
I hate it.
I'll be a friend.
An 11 hit your armor rating?
Unfortunately, it does. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you take 3 damage. Sheldon gains some death points.
I hate that limp. I'm going to shoot it in the head.
It's valid.
And it's Rindo's turn.
Floundering with the one that's on my head, I want to reach up and just dig my claws into it and try to rip it off. So
It keeps covering your eyes with its wings.
I'm going to get a second hand up there and try to do it again.
Okay.
That's going to be a 15.
That hits.
Okay. And I still have, I believe, +2 damage from Geist, +4 if the creature is bloodied,
+4 if you are bloodied.
if I am bloodied. Well, I'm at
Yes,
0.
that was my mistake.
Yeah,
Does 0 count as bloodied?
it does. Extra bloodied.
Super bloodied.
So that's 10 damage.
How do you do it?
Busted. I miss with my first hand. I just reach up and just grab, try to squeeze whatever flailing thing is up there, and I just squeeze until I can feel it stop moving.
Nice.
And then I am going to bring my hand down with the imp in it and smash it into the head of the striker in front of me.
Perfect.
Okay, that's going to be a 23 to hit
Certainly.
for 13 damage to that.
Nice. Yeah, strikers only have 6 hit points. You've killed enough that I think you
cool.
all collectively can learn that. They hit a little bit harder than other creatures of their level, but they go down really fast.
Okay. I'm going to look around. It's blood running into my eyes, and I see the Saigon marksman over there, and I'm just going to breathe heavily in his direction.
Get in there, Rindo. You get 1 more AP if you want.
I will advance. Hello. Ooh, and I get 4 shield HP.
Nice.
Thank you, Morphine.
Nice. This episode is brought to you by Morphine.
For legal reasons, that is a joke.
So the chairs in this tavern are those wooden chairs that have solid backs with like a random geometric shape cut out from the back of the chair, and the imp is grinning through the back of it at you, Nyx,
Oh, he's so cute.
and then crawls through the hole and launches
No, you
itself
stay.
at
You
you.
stay over there. No.
Not very cute, are they?
Gets an 11 to hit you, Nyx.
I was trying to give me a hug. It misses.
Okay. And that's it for the imp. For that imp, we've got the one that has been fighting Sheldon. It's going to crawl up stare down at Sheldon and make an attack.
Oh no! You need to stop with these, Nathan.
I set a precedent a few episodes ago.
You did.
NPCs do not get more than 4 death points.
Nathan.
Nia, you feel something drop out from the pit of your stomach, and you gain 4 death points as you know that your husband has died.
Fuck and shit.
What? It's just an imp.
No. Sheldon's gone. Sheldon's gone.
Gone where?
She's in shock. She's in fucking shock. I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah. Deeper in the Rindo and Valor would hear glass shattering, and you would assume that the fiend blood has made an escape out one of the back windows. That'll bring us back to Craigory.
How can it be my turn after that? I don't like that. Craigory from perfect distance from where he is, I can see and hit the imp that is attacking Nyx. So from where I am, I'm going to make at least 1 shot. I have 4 AP, so let's see. For a crit!
What? Craigory the marksman.
Where has this kid
If a
been?
man hadn't just died, I'd be so excited.
I can't believe that. That's 12 damage.
Yeah, so this imp crawls through the back of the chair, launches itself at Nyx, and right before it can reach her, just turns into a puddle of red mist in here.
Oh God!
The blood splatters Nyx, and you take no damage from it.
What?
What is this combat?
Oh man, I really wish I had 1 more AP. I would aim and fire at that other one. Craigory, having done that, he just puts his gun down, so satisfied and smug now, and he'll waltz a little bit closer, still under the cover of darkness.
Nice. Valor, that brings us to you.
Valor takes a step forward, moving over to where the individual has just rushed into the hatch behind the bar itself, and it looks like Valor is about to wrench that open as he says,
Stop squirming. Your body is weak.
as Geist is inside, still in a meditative trance, trying to consume a healing potion for an action point, and it appears that Valor is trying to seize and maintain control of this.
Okay.
Mechanically speaking, I'm still going to throw back an action point to have Geist within Valor consume. And even though mechanically it probably makes more sense to look at some of the enemies that are here around, Valor is very one-track minded as he throws open the trap door and wants to look down and see no one escapes. There can be no survivors from this, as he just screams down the hole.
I can smell your fear, little rats. Come back to me.
You hear not 1 but 2 sets of boots scampering away in fear.
Can I see them?
Make an awareness check, perceiving if you have it.
That's going to be a 16.
Yeah, you would see the marksman that had been hiding behind the bar. You would also see the fiend blood, the yellow skin fiend blood, running away as well. It looks like he looped around and was trying to do what clever raccoons do to lose hounds, right? They double back, they figure out weird ways around things.
Yeah, we love a clever raccoon. Which one's closer?
The marksman is closer.
All right, I'm going to send 3 Mind Fist into the marksman. First one's only a 6.
That one misses.
Oh, excuse me. First one would have been a 4. This next one is going to be a 16 because I have -2 to all of my d20s.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yep.
So this one is a 16. And the third and final will be a 13.
That will be 2 hits.
As the marksman is going to take just 10 points of psychic damage.
Yeah, he goes from full to bloodied, but he is still up.
Okay, amazing. That'll be the end of my turn, as it looks like he is about to jump down into the hole.
Perfect. Over next to Rindo, the Psy Gunner is going to try to back away and then just sink 3 shots into you, Rindo. First one is an actual bullet. That will miss with a 9. And then the psionic ones, a 15 and a miss out of 4. 15 hits.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I believe
barely.
you were up from Morphine Shield HP, right? So that
Yes.
just drops you down again. Now, The marksman that just got mind-fisted by Valor is going to continue to run away.
Yeah, we should trademark that. We should definitely put that on the shirt.
Mind-fisted. Another shot will ring out. Glass will shatter from the south as the sniper to the far south that shot Sheldon will take a shot at Pete as well. The bullet will miss Pete. So Nia, you may go ahead.
All right. She, I think, will just cast a shadow knife at it.
Sure.
She's just, yeah. Ugh, go away. I don't know if that's going to do anything. Would 12 hit?
It does.
Thank God. Something's hitting. So that's 1 necrotic and 3 sharp damage that it would take.
Perfect.
And from Nyx's perspective, the last thing she said was, Sheldon's gone. And then just sort of from a glazed over look, just looked at this thing and just started shooting knives at it. Yeah. Still hadn't said anything.
Keep going, Nia. You do have an extra AP if that's of any use to you.
She'll hold on to it. She's gonna hold on to it.
Sure.
Thank y'all.
Pete will actually just move up to Rindo and slide you a healing potion.
I owe you one.
We got this. And then he's just going to use his pistol at the Sly Gunner, just reaching around you to take a shot. And Pete actually does hit with that, but not enough to do follow-up effects. All right, you are good to go, Nyx.
Nyx will reach up and wipe the imp goo from her eyes. Okay. I'm just gonna pull out a dagger and just chuck it at the imp. No friends, I guess. 19 to hit
Yes, that hits.
for 3 damage. And
All right.
then she will pull out another dagger out of her thigh. All right, throw another one. 7.
7 will miss.
This is horrible, Nia.
Fucking hate him.
You don't look okay. Let's just lay down here for a while. That's all of Nyx's AP.
Perfect. Bill is going to hop up from prone, rush over to the gunner in a mad dash, and try to take out that gunner. And with a crit, he will do so.
Okay.
All the crits.
I know.
Bye-bye.
Nia, the imp, your best friend over here, is going to claw at you with a 12
All right.
and do 7 damage to you.
Sure. That's how
Yep.
it's going to be.
It is, and that brings us to Rendo.
We tried.
I'm going to tuck the healing potion in my pocket and run at the imp across the bar.
Okay.
And I want to reach out and swipe at it and try to grab it.
Okay.
20, unnatural.
You will do so.
14 damage.
Nice.
Yeah. How do you do it?
I grab it by the head and I fling it. I just throw it away from me. And it's like, get away from her!
Yeah. You throw it away and it skewers itself on some of the broken glass in the window. Somewhere else on the rooftop, there is an imp that is just chowing down on Sheldon's corpse.
Oh.
Wow.
Valor, you would see the fiend blood and, you go before the marksman, but both of them are attempting to run away. The fiend blood gets around the corner and deeper into the basement where you know the tunnel network is. Craigory, it's your turn. Go ahead and make an awareness check.
Any relevant skills?
Perceiving.
Okay. I want to burn a luck point for this.
Sure.
Oh, the first one is better.
Oof.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah. I think over the din of the car driving past you and the gunshots and everything, you're not aware of anything else currently transpiring.
Okay. I was thinking about this since my last turn. Because he is feeling so badass right now, Craigory is going to shoot the trail that he made, which would then ignite the barrels and everything.
Okay. Because after 2 Deadeye shots, he needs the explosion behind him.
He feels so badass right now. Like, he set up the trap. He got that all ready to go. He just, he was the only one that, well, he doesn't know he's the only one, but he wiped out that marksman. He dead-eyed that imp, and now he just is feeling so cool and powerful that he wants more.
God, I want this for you so bad.
I think in order to make that work, you'd need to move a little bit further back so that the spark from firing the bullet would actually trigger the ignition.
Okay.
people who know more about this can correct me, but I don't think that a bullet fired at range hitting oil would actually spark anything.
If it caused like enough friction, like if it created a spark, it would.
If you shot metal
Right.
that was next to it.
You need it to create some sort of spark.
Get in the Discord and get in the chat, audience, and let us know
Please.
what you know about this.
Yeah, so like because there's like a little bit of a explosion from the muzzle, if you get down close to the oil, you can do that.
Okay, would I need to then get back to get away from the explosion?
Oh yeah. 1 AP and 2 to fire
How
the gun.
badass are
As
you
many
feeling, Craigory?
right.
What do I have?
Go for broke.
Shit. Oh. How far away would I need to be?
That you don't know. Just bark.
Because there's barrels and stuff. Could I like make aim at like a strap on the barrel?
Yeah, it'll be a fairly high AR, but yeah, if you want to try to spark from range, you can try.
I mean, you know you're going to crit, man.
Fuck. I'm really trying to do this.
Yeah. I mean, I think a spark at a distance is going to be your best shot.
Literally. All right. So I'll move across the street, and yeah, I'll take a shot there at the oil in the barrel and the bullet and all that.
Mhm.
My gun jammed with a crit fail.
Your gun jammed.
Craigory is feeling much less powerful than he just was a moment ago.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's his turn.
All right. And Valor, that brings us to you.
No hesitation. I jump in the hole. How far is the fall?
10 feet.
Sweet. Easy. Amazing. Is it well lit down here, or is it somewhat dark?
It's somewhat dark.
Somewhat dark. Perfect. As I fall into this space with the spectral flames and the 4 spectral demonic arms, Valor is it begin to just a low growl in this space.
Scream for me while you run. I want to taste you.
And he's going to begin to go whoever is closest. I'm going to send the first 2, I believe, into the marksman. That is hopefully within 40 feet.
Yeah, Marksman is very close to you right now.
Perfect. So that'll be a 12 for the first one versus AR,
That hits.
and a 15 for the second one.
That also hits.
Beautiful. As the marksman will take 9 points of psychic damage.
Fantastic. Yeah, you rip him apart.
Beautiful. Is there only one direction for movement here in this space? As clearly kind of the direction that people could go around a corner.
Yeah, down in the basement, you would know that the Fiend Blood gentleman just went around this corner up to your northeast and then hooked around to run from east to west. The basement is dusty, hard-packed dirt, crates and barrels all stacked, mostly unopened, lying about in clusters piled up to the ceiling.
All right. I will continue my pursuit as I head northeast, running around in an attempt to get where I believe they're fleeing from me, because there can certainly be no survivors left.
Perfect.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. As you rush through the basement, you do catch a glimpse of him running westward toward the tunnel.
Okay.
The marksman down at the south is going to take another shot at Pete, but is going to miss. And then we'll be back to the top of the initiative order, round 7, with Mia.
Ooh. So there really isn't anybody in the room that I can see. Or there isn't anybody. They've all left the room, right? Am I missing anybody?
Yeah, you know what? We're at a point where we can fast track the people in the inn a little bit. So I will still take turns from Craigory and Geist at this point. Everyone else can reposition within the inn. I think only Rindo is at 0 hit points right now. I'm going to say don't gain a death point from this turn.
Okay.
You can effectively be catching your breath. Craigory, you've got a jammed gun. Is there any other tricks up your sleeve that you want to take care of or pull out?
Yeah, what is it to try to fix the gun again?
That'd be an intellect check. You have a pistol, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be a DC 16 check to repair it on the fly. And if you fail, then you can repair it successfully when you catch your breath.
Okay. Are there any relevant skills like forging or sleight of hand?
Actually, sleight of hand, I would totally take that.
Okay. Let me try it. For a 16.
That's it. Pop everything back into place.
I'm taking that shot again.
You really read that book?
Yeah. Whirl the gun
It
around your
did.
finger.
Yeah, it jams. He looks at it, he hits it one time. It's fine again. Taking that shot again. Oh, it's not good. It's
No.
a 6.
That will miss.
Dang it.
If it makes a difference, Pete will yell out the window, Craigory, whatever you're doing, don't stop. if one more AP helps.
Oh, I wish it did. No.
All right. And Geist, it will be your turn right after the Fiend Blood. You do see him fleeing, and then you lose line of sight as he moves out of the area you can see. And then it's your turn.
Okay. So I continue to give chase, booking it around, trying to use as much movement as possible. And I think this is exactly what Baylor would be doing. Baylor was intentionally grabbing and pushing barrels and crates, making as much noise as possible, using all 4 appendages in an attempt to be as terrifying as possible, to really make this a traumatizing experience, as he is saying over and over again,
I can still smell you, little rat. I am going to catch you.
as he chases this individual.
Consider him properly terrified.
I can get just there within 20 feet, but that's where I will end my turn.
Okay. Craigory, you would hear the echoes of pursuit coming from where you have set your trap.
It's all coming together.
Yeah, it is your turn.
Oh, jeez. 2 shots, y'all. At least one. For a 15.
Not quite, not to set a spark from a distance.
We're just out in the street.
Just shooting at a building.
Even worse.
A passerby walks by with a flint box. Hey, you need this?
There's a whole building on fire. Like, just go get a sheer leg and throw it.
I need this moment.
Detail.
We're not saying it. Nyx is
This
currently
is so
laying
much
like
better.
under a table. Like,
Craigory's just in the street in the light, just shooting into a dark building.
How many bullets does your gun hold?
Enough, Nathan.
Well, each magazine has 8. Yeah, I fired 6 times.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, you've got 2 left. Back to Valor as the Fiend Blood flees into the tunnel.
Just like a rat into a tight space trying to flee out a hole in the basement.
Yep,
Is it pitch black within the tunnel in the basement
it
there?
is. It is.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. Valor puts his hands on the wall that is only 5 feet wide on each side, and he uses his claws to scrape into the rocks in almost a rhythmic fashion as he is tapping, scratching as he walks down. But I can't see more than 10 feet in front of me, so I'm just going to keep moving until I bump into this individual and grab them.
Okay.
I'll get there with a single action point, and I believe it takes 2 to grapple, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I think Valor is a dramatic bitch. I'm gonna hold that action point as I'm just going to, in like a deep guttural chuckle behind him,
I've got you.
and that'll be my turn.
You hear a faint whimper escape him. Craigory, we're back to you. Pete pumps another AP into you, so you've got 2 more shots.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know, I almost want to abandon this dream, but he's in it now. He wants this so badly. Mostly me. Alex really wants this.
Counts. That counts.
Commit to the bit.
Exactly. First shot is not good. That's a 14. Second shot, please, a 17.
That's it.
Yes!
Oh my god.
You ping off of the side of a metal clasp on a crate. The spark lands on oil, ignites. Valor, ahead of you, you see a dull red that ribbons out into a bright white. And then a second later, the roar of the explosion hits you. Craigory, you would watch as the side of the building explodes. Hits the car that the cobblers had just got into position, which also blows up. The explosion of the car forces the earth down, straining the joists and causing a cave-in the tunnel. Where the car was located, the Fiend Blood is closer to the cave-in than Valor, so neither of you are going to be entirely buried necessarily, and Valor is shielded a little bit from the worst of the damage, so best possible scenario for you here.
Yeah, but did it look cool for Craigory?
It looked so cool. It looked so cool.
Nice.
what does Craigory have against Geist? First you abandoned him.
I don't know who's down there. I don't know where Geist is right now.
Sure you don't.
Valor, you're going to take half damage. First is fire. Second is going to be blunt from the cave-in.
Okay.
So half of 24 damage
That will take me to 0.
per fire. Okay. And now blunt, 17.
And I'll gain 2 death points.
Yep. Now, his path has been cut off, but he is still just slightly alive. And the Fiendblood is just going to grab a dagger out of his boot and try to stab you, Valor.
Okay, that's reasonable.
A 10, I assume, misses.
It does. It does for them, yes.
All right. And then it's your turn.
Has he fallen prone?
Both of you are prone. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sick.
I'm going to give
Awesome.
him a broken leg as well from the cave-in.
I'll take it. It sounds good too. We're prone, laying here next to each other. I'm just going to tilt my head up and begin to just like crawl closer because I have my 4 appendages. So the crawling probably looks fairly creepy.
Yes.
And I'm not going to stop crawling until I'm on top of him. And when I am on top of prone versus prone body, yes, I'm just going to use the 4 appendages to then squeeze in the areas around the rib cage, upper rib cage and then lower, and I want to crush that to finish the job that the cave-in started.
Perfect.
You want me to make my 4 attacks, or do you want to say that it works?
We'll say that it works. We'll spare it.
That was exciting.
And I stay in the hole where I belong.
All right, the dust has settled. The cobblers, especially those outside the building that were engaged in fighting the various imps and hellspawn outside the building, they put out most of the fire from, well, both explosions. There are still some spot fires on either side of the road, but there's no risk of it spreading, causing a citywide conflagration or anything. What are each of you doing?
Craigory is dumbfounded. He fell back from the explosion and just sat there, like, watching everything he did. And after a moment, he's gonna start to make his way to the group, falling through a window.
Would that imp's body still be on the, like, where Rendo had shot it and had landed on the window?
Yeah, I think so.
So what Craigory would see is a pretty battered Nia standing there, holding that thing by its ankles and just beating it into the broken glass of the window pane and just like screaming at it. That's what she's doing right now.
Yeah, you fucking get that thing.
Gregory's still riding his high for being a badass outside.
He'll point at the puddle. I got that one.
When we got the blueprints for the toast, I see a set of stairs over here. Does that lead to an upstairs or a downstairs?
The stairs in the main back room leads upstairs.
Okay. Rendo's walking over to the stairs, just muttering, "Don't it here, don't it here." And my intention is to scan the upstairs to see if there's anything else up there and also just kick down any doors that are closed as I come across them.
Okay. So on your way to the stairs, you would see another figure that would catch the periphery, like you would see movement in your peripheral vision, and you would see Fidelity, the armless Kedik, in the back room, looking out with wide, shell-shocked eyes.
She's just hanging out back there?
She's just hanging out back there.
The whole time?
I mean, yeah. She was just hanging out back there the whole time.
Rendo freezes. Hello?
Fidelity blinks.
Are you alright? Did they hurt you?
After a moment, the gunfire has finally calmed down. The variety of explosions have ended. Fidelity finally shakes her head and then pauses and nods.
How can I help? Do you want... Come with us. We can help you.
Fidelity will slink into the hall where you are at the foot of the stairs. Her scaly reptilian legs are heavy on the ground.
Arya ain't here no more. Prussians ain't here no more. They can't hurt you.
Can you make an awareness check, Rendo? This would be like to get a read on Fidelity, so intuiting would be most relevant. Charisma, empathy would also work if that happens to be any better.
I can intimidate. That's a 3.
Yeah. It's hard to figure out the emotion that's on Fidelity's face right now, but it is not relief. Her eyes look glassy, like she's withholding tears.
Where's Don Noir?
She just shakes her head, bows her head. You see the horns that crest back from forehead to the back of her head.
Are they tracking you?
She will nod faintly. We'll pause there for just a moment. What else is going on elsewhere in the inn?
Nyx started to follow Rendo, and then a body behind the bar caught her eye. Just probably a hand, the limb, an arm, with this black skin, and she just froze. And probably only Pete would have been paying attention, maybe, to even notice this. And then she immediately pivoted and went behind the bar, and right now is just sitting on the floor, surrounded by the viscera and the blood and the limbs, and she's just crying.
I don't think there's a better moment for Geist to come up the hole. It's been a couple of minutes for him to climb out of the debris. The transformation only lasts for 2 minutes, so he would have been able to shirk off the power that is Valor and would look ragged. He's taken all the damage. Valor doesn't have to deal with that, so he looks like he's been beat to shit as he comes up the crawl space, climbing up the hatch, and sees Nyx sitting there on the ground crying.
No, thank goodness. You're here. You're fine. Are you okay? Are you harmed? I dealt with the last of them in the basement.
She doesn't even look at you. She's just staring at this body. Who was this?
That was Arya. Their form changed when they fell.
As you are down close to the body, Nyx, you would notice that there is still a streak of crimson in her hair. Otherwise, she's got that black skin with the sheen of opalescent iridescence that I described previously.
What? How did this happen? She just looks around at the destruction.
Are you looking at Geist?
No.
There's something to be said about the way people show affection. Like when you go to hug somebody, it shows that you're giving them care and concern, but it's also a really good way to hide your face and your true feelings. So I think Geist sees this opportunity where you, Nyx, are looking down at this viscera, the body. You're clearly in distress, and he's just going to put a hand on your shoulder while looking away the other direction, squeezing.
We need to take care of the survivors. You don't need to look at this. How is everyone else doing?
You don't understand. I need to know what did this. Why this was not Arya, Geist.
If it wasn't Arya, then who was it?
I don't know, and that's why I need to figure out what did this. I need to figure out why. What? It's not her. It can't be her. It's not her. I know it's not her. She's just you've seen her, right? You've seen her before, right, guys? You've seen her before.
Yes, I have.
Did she ever have red in her hair? No, none of you ever described her with red in her hair.
Last time I saw her, she did not. No, Nyx.
It wasn't Arya. It wasn't Arya.
Nyx, I can't help but wonder. Are you really feeling this way because you fear that Arya is still out there? Or because of what you're looking at, you haven't taken your eyes off of this body?
She would look you in the eyes, and it would be a look of absolute devastation. It's not Arya. Geist.
Elsewhere in the tavern, cutting through the tension and the silence in that moment, you hear Bill, "We won! We won! Shots all around, shots for all of us! Sheldon! Sheldon, get in here, we won!"
Shut the fuck up, Bill.
What do you mean, Nia? It's time to celebrate. We won. Let's grab some bottles, grab some shot glasses. Sheldon!
Nia's gonna pitch the imp toward the fire. Hopefully it causes a little because that would be great. Sheldon is fucking dead on a roof somewhere.
What?
Yeah, and she's just gonna wave her wrist. Sheldon's fucking dead on a roof somewhere, Bill.
The volume does not change, but the tenor of his voice changes from celebratory to panicked, and he will vault outside and start back towards where the cobbler snipers had been posted up. And then a moment later, you hear just an agonized bellow from a rooftop.
Yeah, and that whole time she would just be quietly saying to herself, Sheldon's fucking dead on a rooftop somewhere.
couple moments later, Bill would come back with Sheldon's mangled body. The imp spent a good few minutes just gnawing and chewing and otherwise desecrating the corpse. His
Put
face
him in the fire,
is...
Bill. Put him in the fire, Bill.
Wordlessly, Bill will do so, and then just sit down next to the fire.
She's gonna sit by him.
What's Craigory doing?
Craigory was going to be following Nyx to be like, look, I did that. I got that one that was in front of you. Here's everything that happens with Nia and Sheldon and Bill, and just on his way to Nyx, turns around, hears all that, and just collapses onto the floor, basically. He just right on his ass, he's dumbfounded. He feels like all that power he just had in the last few moments is just gone.
Pete was on his way over to speak with Nyx, hears Bill, and starts over toward his family. He'll see you on the way, Craigory, and he'll just look down at you and he'll say, "You did good." There's something very hollow in the way he says it, and then he'll continue on to sit on Nia's other side.
Hearing all of that, Rendo would look at Fidelity and, "Wait here. Don't go nowhere. Please. I want to help you."
Fidelity will sit down on the staircase.
And he will turn around. Can I see Geist from where I'm standing? Or is he crouched down behind the bar?
If Nyx is crouched, he would probably be at least half crouched with his hand on her, but I still think you'd probably be able to see at least a little bit over the top of the bar.
Geist.
Rendo, what is it? Yes. Yeah, sorry. What is it?
Too much.
As you walk up, Rendo, there's a very obvious, like whenever someone's trying to give you eyes of like, hey, you're about to walk into something, hey, hold on, and you approach and see the Geist and Nyx over this mutilated body.
There's too much happening at once.
That's a battle, Rendo. What is it? What have you found?
I've found Fidelity, and I didn't find Don Noir. He wasn't
Do
here.
you think they escaped? Do you think that they left? Do you think they were here at all?
I don't think he was here at all.
They weren't here.
This was a trap, then. Is that what
Fidelity's
this
here.
was?
She said they're tracking her.
Seems like Nyx is ahead of us here. Because if they're not here, then where are they? I'm
There's
sorry,
too many
Rendo.
steps ahead.
Rendo, are they safe? Are they well? Have they been hurt? That's what's important now.
Can you two go have this conversation elsewhere?
I don't think you need to sit here and look at this, Nyx. We have individuals that we can take care of still. We need to deal with the living, not the dead.
She just looks at you and does not respond.
Fine. Take me to them, Rendo.
He will silently walk back to the bottom of the stairs. Before going through that doorway, though, he's gonna stop. What's going on with you two? Are you alright? Where were you?
I was here. Well, I chased after the last few that were attempting to escape through the basement. I came in through the back door. The individuals that I assumed would be escaping. I came face to face with who I believed to be Arya. Well, when they died, they changed into something else. Their form shifted, and it wasn't Arya. Arya wasn't here. At least that's what Nyx seems to believe, but I can't. As Geist looks back over, she's enamored with what she's looking at, and I don't know why.
Man, fuck, I don't know what to say, mate. Fidelity's in here.
Good. We do what we can for the living. Remember that, Rendo.
Yeah, she's not speaking. I haven't even spoken to Nia since it all ended. Didn't sound like anything good happened outside.
Rendo, I know that you are Nia's bodyguard, but I don't know if they need us over there. I don't know if we should give them space or distance. I'm terrible at these things. I'm good at killing.
That's why we get along.
I don't know what to do with the aftermath.
Yeah.
Let's give them space.
Usually it's clean and done, and then I'll just go back home to get sent out again and clean it up and finish it again.
Yeah, well, it doesn't necessarily get any easier or any cleaner when what we do, Rendo. But it's only gotten more complicated since I've brought other people in and around. And it was a lot easier when I was doing this by myself. Why does it hurt so much more to watch other people lose something that they love?
I hate carrying sometimes.
It'd be easier if we didn't, wouldn't it? Now, I'm gonna have a conversation with this Fidelity. We'll see if they'll talk to me. Don't worry, Rendo. I'm going to be patient.
I didn't ask if she could be heard. She hasn't spoken verbally, just been answering questions physically.
Well, maybe I can do a cursory exam of some kind and see how deep this binding, this oath, this connection that they have is. I need to be doing something. I don't feel like I'm going to be doing much good having a conversation as he looks back behind, first to Nyx behind the bar, and then the group over by the fireplace. I need to be useful, and I don't think I'm going to be useful over there.
Can I come with you?
Of course, Rindo.
Pause before you approach Fidelity. I want to do another round. If there's any additional thoughts or developments, first from Nyx.
Nyx is going to start searching the body for any kind of like personal items, anything that might have been this individual's that they kept on them. And then she will start carrying limb by limb to the fire and throwing it in.
Okay. In her clothing, you would find a key, like a house key. You would find 1 silver coin. You would find a dagger, mechanically not enough to be like an actual dagger, like a pocket knife. And I know you have fortuity. Do you have scavenging?
I do not.
Okay. Then I'll take just a luck check, not fortuity.
I'm going to use my last luck point on that.
Okay.
So that is a 17.
Okay. Yeah, there's a folded up note in one of her pockets, written on lined notebook paper.
So yeah, she will pocket all of that. She won't look at the note yet.
Yeah.
That will be something she looks at later. Tears still just streaming down her face. She'll go a bit cold, especially with Geist walking away. And limb by limb, she will, very weak, very slow, but she will drag it, and she will try to catch Pete's eye as she's going by.
Are you using the same fireplace where Sheldon's body is being cremated?
I was just going to use the big flames from the blown up building, so whatever's closest. Nyx is not strong. This is going to take a lot of effort for her to move a body, even piece by piece. So she's just going to the closest source of flames to make this body unrecognizable.
Okay. That would probably be the gasoline from Crow's car, so I don't believe you're able to catch Pete's eye at this point.
That's fine. So that's what she'll be doing for the next good chunk of time.
All right. Any updates from Craigory, or simply decompressing?
I think he'd be able to tell his friend is going through something. He would silently offer to help in any way.
She'd hand him an arm. Saying nothing, she would just hand him an arm.
Yeah, he'll help her. He'll just follow her lead, bring it to the fire, and then, yeah, he'll be assisting her wherever she really ends up. He is just, because he wants to just be near a friend right now with everything that's happened. So wherever she ends up, he'll kind of end up near her and just quietly offer a hand in comfort.
Yeah, after they toss all the parts, because it'll go quicker now, and after they toss all the parts in the fire, Nyx would just stand up a chair right outside of the fire and just sit and watch, and she'd accept if you were there. Just hold the hands and watch the body burn in silence.
And any additional actions from Nia right now?
I think as far as Nia's concerned, this is as much of a funeral as she would want there to be. She knows there will probably be more of a thing, but this is all that matters to her, and she knows what would matter to Sheldon, that she is there, that his 2 brothers are there, and that they're in the toast. That they're in the toast, and that it is his place, and that's... I think she would be rolling cigarettes, and after a little bit of quiet might say something like, "Do you remember how his nose would squeak when he laughed?"
That little pipsqueak laugh of his.
Yeah.
We will turn back to Geist and Rindo. I'm going to make a quick note that everyone here may gain the benefits of a recoup and may reapply whatever drugs you want to. So, for now at least, anything else that you regain on a recoup, 1/4 of your health up to but not exceeding bloodied, you can go ahead and bookkeep all of that. And now, Geist and Rindo, you can head back into the little vestibule hallway area in the back of the toast. Fidelity is still sitting there on the foot of the staircase going up to the 2nd floor.
With the doorway that we walk through, it still has a door? It opens, it shuts appropriately, or has it been otherwise blown off or broken or destroyed somehow?
It has been blown off. The wreckage of the doorway is in the threshold.
Okay. Beautiful. Just important to know for whether there was going to be visibility or privacy for anything that was going to happen here in the space.
Yeah. Only in so much as that people are otherwise occupied.
Cool. Well, as Geist walks in there and Rendo's coming as well, I think Geist is slowly going to approach Fidelity. Hello, my name is Geist. I would like to, with your permission, do a quick cursory glance and inspection. I will have to lay hands on you, but I want to see if I can tell how deep this connection goes that they have on you. Do I have your permission to do so?
Fidelity will look from you, Geist, up to Rindo, and then back to you, and then will nod. And Geist, I don't believe you would have met Fidelity before, but wearing the same black and red religious-looking vestments that she did when she made the deal with Nia, you would see that she is not wearing any shoes, that her feet, her scaled, like lizard-like feet, are bare. She otherwise has the patterning of a tiger. She is what you would assume is probably a Ketic fiend blood. That is what she appears to be, with the tiger patterning, the tiger tail, the horns on her forehead sweeping back along the top of her head, and of course the no arms.
I think Rindo, especially in this place, sees that almost as if just by stepping through the threshold and having a new job, a new task, a new actionable item to do, it allows Geist to just continue moving forward and doing the next thing, because there was so much guilt or pain or remorse in the other room that just stepping across the threshold is like, okay, here we go. Another objective. This is easy. Emotions are hard. Let me do this to solve this problem. And what I'm hoping to do here, Nathan, is using my knowledge, my background of how I was a prisoner of Molitor. I'd like to make an Arcana check as I kind of do a cursory glance over them to see what markings, what brands, to see if there are different sigils, something that I can recognize or connect, if there's something that could be removed or dispelled, or if it's something tethered or tied to their soul, which I may have a little bit of knowledge of as well. But I'd like to make an Arcana check.
Certainly. Do you happen to have the religion skill?
Believe it or not, I actually do not have the religion skill at this time.
Okay, then for now I'll just take Arcana.
That'll be an 18 total.
Yeah, that's good. So you are inspecting her. You mentioned laying hands on her. That in itself is not a particular ability, right? That's simply you're being thorough.
It's literally, I want to be thorough, but I want to be respectful. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you would find that where her shoulders would be, her arms were, it appears to be dislocated and then amputated and then cauterized. You would find that she has no tongue. There is a thick chain collar around her neck that appears completely non-magical, but that is obviously chafing against her neck, that is uncomfortable, and she has no way to remove. You would not find any brands, sigils, tattoos, cuts, blemishes, even impressions upon her soul from that. You would not sense anything that seems to have other mechanical, magical effects on her. You would know, given that she is a fiend blood and given what you've heard of her from Rindo and Nia, that she's capable of enforcing pacts. I believe that's been stated in the group environment. You're not able to determine the nature of those pacts, but given your knowledge of Molitor and probably your familiarity with fiend bloods on some level, you would know that any number of pacts may or may not still be in effect. So you can't account for that. You can fairly confidently say there's nothing else going on.
Rindo, here. You're stronger than I. Help me get this collar off.
Yeah, of course. Is that all right with you?
Fidelity nods. And once you break the chain off, she flexes her neck a little bit. Obviously, it is a great relief to have that off.
I think Geist would just thank them for letting him do this inspection and would kind of maybe potentially give a little bit of a hint, nod to Rindo, be like excusing himself as he edges back over to the door.
Please, get some rest. we'll find someplace comfortable for you. Rindo, I think you're best suited to ensure that they're taken care of, watched over. Do you need my help with anything?
Yes, no, I don't know. If you're needed elsewhere, you can go. It's fine.
No, I don't feel as if I'm needed elsewhere. Well, you know what, Rindo, I just don't know exactly what I'm supposed to do now.
Is there, I know you can do some magic. Is there anything you think you could do to try to cover whatever they've got on her that's watching her?
I could go back to my store. I could see if I have any books. I could put on a call with individuals to see if I could learn or get anything, but from my cursory glance here, I don't know what I'll be able to do. If we could find someone who knows more about this, then we might be able to make some headway, but nothing short term.
Where can she stay in the meantime?
I fear anywhere with us is equally going to put a target upon them. We might need to see if we can call in some favors from some friends.
Okay.
Rindo, I'll be just outside the door. I want to make sure everyone's doing okay.
Right. Yeah. He's very, very obviously uncomfortable and does not know what to do right now.
That's the look, I think.
He's like glancing over at Fidelity and keeps staring at the ground and keeps like glancing in the direction of where he knows Nia is sitting at the other side of the bar and doesn't know where to put his focus at this moment.
Back at the two respective funeral pyres, we'll start with Nyx and Craigory. If there's any conversation or any nonverbal communication happening, go ahead and express it.
Craigory's just trying to be supportive and give that nonverbal just closeness, I'm here, you're not alone kind of vibe. He doesn't really have anything to say. Everything happened really quickly and a lot of information just came in tonight and he's speechless, but he wants to be there for his friend.
Yep.
After the body is pretty burnt, she would look over to Craigory. Are you all right?
I will be. I mean, it was a crazy night. Don't worry about me. Are you okay? You can tell she's just hurting.
No, Craigory, I'm not. But I'll live. I want to go home.
You know, I'm here for you. If you want to talk, if you need a shoulder, if you need anything, I'm always here.
I know, Craigory. That's why I love you so much.
I love you too. He'll put an arm around her and just give her a big squeeze. He doesn't want to pry. He knows she's going through something, but he's giving her respectful space and letting her process what she's going through.
Pete would approach and keep a little bit of a distance, seeing that you're having a moment that you're relying on one another emotionally, and he would just simply say, "You two need anything?"
Pete, it wasn't Arya.
He will look at you for a long moment, unblinking. You will see him wipe a single finger under an eye, brushing away what you assume are tears. He'll square his shoulders and he'll say, "All right, everyone make a perimeter, get the drugs you need. This isn't over."
Pete, isn't it a resource you just let go? Do you think this is more? Do you think this is a message we have to worry about? They sent them here to die. You don't do that with such a thing.
I don't do that with such a thing.
Exactly. It's taken care of. Are you okay, Pete?
That's not for right now.
It is for right now, Pete. Are you okay?
No, it's not for right now, Nira.
Okay. What do you need?
Need some chewing tobacco and some powdered cocaine.
Got one of those.
There's plenty in the basement. There's plenty in the basement. Stock up on whatever you need.
Okay. All right. Nyx will give Craigory a squeeze, and tears still streaming down her face, but like it's nothing. She'll get to doing what Pete says.
As you are restocking, Pete would catch you at a moment when he can whisper to you, and he will say, "If you need out, I will accept you walking away."
What did it, Pete?
I didn't see. Something fiery, something shadowy.
Okay. If I need out, I'll get out, Pete.
I have a sniper rifle. I'll find somewhere in the back if you want.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out once I heal up and have the sleep and talk to some people.
Nira, I'm not sure we're going to get a sleep.
All right, sniper rifle it is.
Now, as you have all concluded your recoup, Pete will make sure that you're all very well aware he does not think the night is over. Those of you, I believe it was only Rindo and Nia who took morphine at the beginning of the night. You're about 90 minutes into it, so you've got 3.5 hours left on your morphine.
Okay.
Keep that in mind, and if anyone is ready, then we'll lock in your orders and we'll get the drugs on the table.
Do we have access to the full list again?
The full list that I've provided to you, yes. There's plenty more that you haven't found yet. Acid is still off limits. Pete is insistent on that.
I don't know, I could really go for some acid right now, Pete.
Not now, Nira.
What's our quantity limit?
On your person, for the sake of simplicity, we'll still say 3 doses that you can pull out later. As to what you can ingest, that's only your own, like, sense of bravery / self-preservation, wherever the line is there.
Okay.
We can also say that you move some of the supplies up from the basement to behind the bar. So behind the bar is a stockpile of assorted drugs.
I can't even fire a sniper rifle.
Too many AP.
It's 8 AP.
Yeah, I had to get rid of the heavy rifle because I didn't have the strength to use it.
I am smoking. I'm stressed.
Can I find a pistol somewhere in this room?
Easily. Easily.
There's a jammed one outside on the ground.
I want a jammed one. No, all right.
No jam.
Renda, go ahead and make an endurance check.
We're looking
Okay.
good, folks.
Yep.
That
with
was
a crit fail,
natural
that's
one.
one step on
Nice.
addiction. Nia would know from experience that if you are infrequently using something, are less likely to be addicted to it. Like, the step toward addiction goes down every week. So just know that if you go without using for a while, that'll help. Any other drugs?
With Nick's getting the pistol, I wanted to go around and be searching some of the bodies that are around here, getting any extra bullets or magazines, anything like that, or anything that could be interesting.
Yeah, with you doing that, first to stockpile ammunition, what I'm going to say is I want you all to observe your magazine size because you'll have to, reload as necessary. But we're not going to track ammo until after this night. And then at that point, we'll figure out who has what. But assume you have enough. As for other interesting things, go ahead and make a luck check.
Crit fail.
Nope.
Oh no.
Plenty of bullets, plenty of guns, some silver coins, but nothing that I would categorize as interesting.
How many silver coins?
With a crit fail?
Yeah.
One.
I'm taking
Amazing.
Yep.
Are there healing potions we could take?
Those are still on the table.
Nice.
Previously, I had 1 healing potion and 2 nicotine chews. I'm going down to 1 nicotine chew and up to 2 healing potions.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll carry 2 healing potions and 1 morphine.
I'll re-up the healing potion that I utilized. And I also don't think I made an endurance check earlier whenever I used my healing potion. So would you like me to do that now, Nathan?
Yes, please.
A crit fail for a 4.
Nice. Okay.
Wow. 3 of us have rolled 1s in a row.
So, prior to this in-game evening, all of you have done well with these rolls. It's just the stress and the focus of what's going on. I love that.
It feels right.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Nia's definitely going to pick up 2 more healing potions for the ones that had been consumed. And she's going to finish her cigarette. And probably, if Bill has any, do a little cocaine. Just a little bit of cocaine.
You can certainly do some cocaine.
Just a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, go ahead and make an endurance check. I will do the same for Bill because he's re-upping morphine and cocaine.
A 9.
All right.
Ooh, should I re-up the morphine or just run on how much longer I've got left? That's like a good amount of time.
Yeah, 3.5 hours. As long as you stay in the toast, you will have access to some morphine behind the bar if you make your way over to that area. So for Bill, it's more a habit than a mechanical choice.
He's gonna offer the cigarette over in Fidelity's direction if she wants to take a hit.
Yeah, she will do so. She's just sitting in one of the chairs that hasn't been destroyed in the common area.